Eagles, Week 3 at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football, coming off of the mini-bye. Not a lot of time to change things up between a Sunday and a Thursday game. What would the Eagles offense have in store off the extra time off? Let's dive into the tape. The Eagles made a concerted effort to get the ball to A.J. Brown early in this one. Maybe it was his neon shoes. Maybe that let Jalen Hurts see him. I don't know, but they were definitely trying to feed the ball his way early. On the first play, the first passing play, we get A.J. Brown on this little underneath route, and Dallas Goedert is basically just trying to run at his defender here. It's just a simple pick play, and it's going to get A.J. Brown wide open for a play. Here's that. Whoop, I'm going to hit you. Easy pitch and catch. Way to get A.J. Brown going on the first play of the game. Get Jalen Hurts in a rhythm. Now on the next one, the Buccaneers are going to be in quarters techniques. That means this guy is responsible for A.J. Brown if he goes vertical. The safety is responsible for Devonta Smith if he goes vertical. This is going to be dagger, except this time it's going to get thrown off because this quarter flat is going to push Devonta Smith. He's going to bump him outside, and that's going to throw off his timing. And A.J. Brown's actually going to get in front here, but it doesn't even matter. There's just such a void over the middle of the field. This is also an easy pitch and catch. Like, look at this. Hurts already knows. Look at this space in the middle of the field right here. And he's breaking inside. Hurts already knows he's going to throw this ball. You don't get much easier than that. And it's all because this safety thinks he's playing Devonta Smith. They've got to pass that off. Easy way to move the chains. Now here is something that we haven't seen very often from the Eagles. We're going to get a running back screen. It's going to be like a little angle route here, and the line is going to block for just a second, and then they're going to release. And I love on this play, watch the right guard and the left guard, Cam Jurgens and Landon Dickerson. In unison, they're going to chuck their guys to the side and get to the second level. It's pretty nice play design. Right here, boom, throw them at the same time. I just love that. I love that. Watch it one more time here. Just right here, boom, throw them to the side. We've got 3 lead blockers out in front. Now, ultimately, nobody really throws a very good block, but DeAndre Swift is going to be able to make a guy miss and move the sticks here for the Eagles offense. Now the Eagles are going to set this up for a play action. So we're going to get a play fake here. We've got our receivers pretending they're blocking in. Dallas Goedert's going to pretend he blocks and release on a pivot route. And we're going to see what could have been a touchdown to Olamide Zaccheaus. It's so close here, just going to miss it, but we get the play fake coming out. We see Zaccheaus. He's behind the defense right here. We're going to try to throw this ball to the back pylon, get it up here, and you've probably got a chance to make this play. Unfortunately, this is just a game of inches, and in a game of inches, the ball's just a little bit behind, a little bit underthrown on the run, and the defensive back's able to go break it up. That's just a really good play there by the defensive back. Could have been a touchdown to Zaccheaus. You could have also come off of this to Devonta Smith, but that read is to Zaccheaus, just a little underthrown there on the run to his right. This is another one that Jalen Hurts is just a little bit off on. The linebackers are going to take zone drops here, and Jack Stoll is just going to check up over the middle of the field. And this ball's here if Hurts puts it on his numbers. Unfortunately, he's just going to get it a little bit to the outside. So boom, he's checked up right here. Hurts starts to release, but this ball needs to arrive right here. Maybe on this inside shoulder, definitely like right on the hash on the numbers, but it's going to get to the outside to that closer linebacker, and it kind of throws him into a hit. So it's unfortunate there. Should have been a completion. It wouldn't have been a big gain, but that's one that Hurts just needs to be a little bit better on. Now, after a penalty moves the Eagles back, you've got 2nd and long, and the Buccaneers are going to bring pressure off the edge here. This linebacker is going to bail into the slot to take A.J. Brown, and so we've got a mirrored concept here. We've got a deep out and a quick in route, and you're looking at this deep out route. If you have time, if the pressure comes, you've got to hit this quick in, and I think this is just a miscommunication between Hurts and Goedert. Again, we're just off a little bit, but Hurts is going to throw this ball behind Goedert, but if he throws just look at his options here. If he throws the ball ahead of Goedert, if he leads him, look what he's leading him into. Like, if he throws this ball in front, he's leading him right into a hit. So he wants Goedert to sit down right here. And Goedert and Hurts aren't on the same page. He also doesn't really have the option to hang on to this and let this develop because, again, they're bringing pressure, and there's pressure in his face. Now, you could argue maybe he's got a second here that he could have held on to this, because the offensive line does do a pretty good job of blocking this up. You keep the running back in to block, but You're not expecting the running back to be able to keep you upright for long. Just a miscommunication there from Hurts and Goddard against the blitz. On the next drive, this one's just a beautiful route by Devonta Smith at the top of your screen. The Buccaneers are going to spin their coverage at the snap. This safety's coming down. This safety's coming back up. So it's still going to be cover 3, but we're spinning our safeties. And so that means we've got Devonta Smith one-on-one with this cornerback going deep. And I just want you to watch his route. Like, he's going to run. It's a deep curl route, but he has a little head fake here in the middle of this. Makes you think he's throttling down, and then he goes. I thought it was great. So watch him right here. Boom, head goes down. Did you see that? Just for a half a second here, his head goes down. And this is the same movement he makes when he actually does stop. He's trying to get the defender to think, I'm about to stop and break this route off. And then he uses that speed to threaten him deeply. Boom, right there. Breaks this route off, ball's out. Easy pitch and catch, 15-yard gain, let's go. This one's a missed opportunity by Hurts. The Buccaneers are going to bring 6 in pressure. The running back stays into block to help pick it up. But the entire flow of this play is from the top of the field to the bottom of the field. And we've got like an out route and a vertical route. Everything's moving to the right, and Hurts is going to bail from a pocket that is there because the blitz is picked up, and he's going to roll to the left where there's no routes anyways. And so we watch this. We got the corner blitz coming. We got a guy bailing out, but we pick it up, and actually we get a second guy bailing out. So it's only a 4-man pressure now. It looked like it's going to be 6. We have 2 guys bailing out. Hurts doesn't necessarily see that, and he's going to feel pressure, and he's going to flush out this way where there's nothing there. But if we watch Dallas Goedert, this is cover 3 from the Buccaneers. Dallas Goedert's breaking over the middle of the field. This is a throw I'd like to see Hurts set and hit. Right here, as he's making the decision to run. Again, watch his feet. Right here, he could trigger on this throw if he wants to. You could step up, wait just a second, and trigger on this throw. Instead, Hurts is going to roll out, and there's nothing there. So I think that's one where Hurts needs to stay in the pocket, and he needs to hit that throw to Dallas Goedert to move the chains. Now, we won't knock him too much for that because we're going to see some great pocket plays later. But I would like to see more consistency in that from Jalen Hurts. It's halftime here. If you're enjoying this video, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel at Shane Haff NFL. You can also follow me on Twitter at Shane Haff NFL, where I tweet out stats and analysis like this every day of the week. You can also check out my podcast, Chalk Talk. It airs every week wherever you get your podcasts. It's also on my YouTube channel if you want to join shows live. And I break down each and every game in the entire NFL slate. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, the Buccaneers are showing 7 potential rushers here. 7 of these guys could come. Now, ultimately, only 5 are. The linebackers are going to bail out. But Hurts speeds up his clock on this. We might have to get this ball out fast. And Dallas Goedert's going to attack this cornerback vertically and then break it off on a slant route over the middle. And Hurts is going to step up and deliver. I really like how the Eagles are using Dallas Goedert as a security blanket over the middle of the field. I think that's a much better plan against the blitz than the screen game that we saw the Eagles go to at times last year. And so I'm hopeful they'll continue to utilize him on slants, quick hitches, curls, things like that to beat the blitz. On these next 2 plays, I just want you to look at the pocket presence from Jalen Hurts. At the snap of the ball, we've got A.J. Brown going vertically, and Hurts is going to look at this safety. And then he's going to bounce his eyes over here to try to hit this hole shot to A.J. Brown. Unfortunately, pressure is going to get there, and it's just not really there. So we're looking up. We bounce our eyes over. You could maybe try to take this throw, try to really tattoo it in there if you had the clean pocket. But Jordan Mailata's got a guy coming around the edge here. It's just not clean to set and make that throw. And so watch Hurts. He's going to step up. Boom, resets his feet, shuffles, finds Olamide Zaccheaus. That's a hard play to make with your internal clock screaming at you. And from the back view here, I put a snap timer on it. From the snap to the throw, just watch how long he's in the pocket here. The clock's rolling, stepping, boom. It's 5.24 seconds from snap to release. That's a great job by Hurts to buy time in the pocket. And on this next play, we're going to see him do a similar thing. It's not initially going to be there. We're dropping back to pass. We get some pressure off of Lane Johnson. Got a slide to the left. Nothing's really there that we like. We continue to slide. Wait. And now look, as Hurts is going to decide to throw this ball. As Hurts triggers to throw, look at this. Not only is he getting hit from the back, he's about to get hit from the front. This is who he's throwing to. Does he look open? He's not, but Hurts is going to put this ball up here He's going to pull him upfield away from this defender, and he just gets it over the head of this guy, and it's just a perfect throw. Watch this. Just boom, right over. Touchdown. Walk that in for Olamide Zaccheaus. And again, let's watch from the back view with the snap timer. He's just shuffling. Over 5 seconds again. Boom, triggers and throws as he gets hit. Look at that ball. Just barely over the head of the cornerback. Let's watch that one more time. Just boom, over the outstretched hands. Touchdown. That is a pair of fantastic plays in the pocket from Jalen Hurts. Something we've seen him struggle to do at times. It's 2 plays in very short sequence on the same drive. Incredible stuff. Now this is one Hurts would like to have back. This is the first interception. The Bengals. The Buccaneers again showing pressure. Look here, it was 6 guys, but the linebackers are going to bail out. DeAndre Swift runs like an angle route or an in route, whichever way you want to call it. And it's clear there had to be some sort of option here because Hurts doesn't expect him to break in. He's going to throw it behind him right into the arms of the linebacker for an interception. But I'm not really sure what Hurts is looking at here because he's at the 20 as the ball's coming out. If he's breaking outside, this is also going to be behind him for an interception. It's right there. He throws it right on the 20. And that's where Swift is at as he starts to break. So breaking in or out, this would be an interception. It's behind the guy. So the only thing I can think is he's expecting Swift to turn around, a curl route here, but that's not – I wouldn't like that route either with the linebacker right there, honestly. So I'm just not sure exactly what Hurts thought. My best guess is he thought it was going to be a stop, a curl, and he didn't get what he wanted. It's an interception. Going along with our mantra of it being a game of inches, this time we have the Buccaneers in quarters coverage, and A.J. Brown's going to run a deep out route, and he's going to sort of threaten to break this inside to draw the attention of this safety before he actually cuts outside. And, live in the game, this one looked like an interception, almost interception too, maybe a bad throw, but you watch it, A.J. Brown stumbles coming out of his route here. Right there, boom, he sort of falls down, you see that hand touch the ground. That hand touching the ground is probably the difference in this ball being on target for a catch. Granted, a contested catch, but boom, right there, slips a little bit, and he's not able to get out of it as good. And so that's one on broadcast that I thought Hurts, maybe a bad throw. Looking at it on the All-22, seems like A.J. Brown just slipped, and that's unfortunate because, again, that could have been a really good play. Now let's go to the second interception, and again, this one, I think the defender just makes a great play. We're going to have Devonta Smith is on this post route. We've got A.J. Brown is on an in-breaking route, and this safety is going to be cheating. He's looking down at this in-breaking route, and so you've got a chance to throw the ball over the head of a safety who's cheating against a cornerback with outside leverage on a post route. I think you take this, and that's what Hurts is going to do. And so he winds up to throw this ball, and you expect this to be a touchdown. You expect to get this up here. Nobody should be able to catch Devonta Smith. Now, unfortunately, it's maybe just a hair underthrown. Maybe just a hair, but you can also, you're up against the sideline here. It's not like you can put it out here a lot further. Maybe you could have put it upfield a little bit more, but that's also a great job by the defensive back closing and undercutting this. And it's also a little bit on Devonta Smith that you can't let a cornerback undercut you like that. That's not something that should be happening. And it wouldn't happen often with Devonta Smith either. I just don't even think that he knew the cornerback was there. You see how he's got to flatten his route off just a little bit, and I think that's what leads to this interception. So again, game of inches. Watch again here as he flattens this route off. He's running at this angle, and then he's going to start to flatten it out for the throw. And so that's where I think if Hurts could have pushed it just a little bit upfield, if Devonta Smith comes back a little bit harder to the ball, or if the defensive back just doesn't make a great play, it's probably a touchdown. If you're going to continue to bring pressure, that means that you have to put cornerbacks on an island against A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith. And this time it's just going to be A.J. Brown on a curl route. And he doesn't just get the curl route yardage because he's so good after the catch. He's going to make a guy miss and pick up extra yardage. But would have been a first down anyways. Makes a guy miss and he picks up another 15 yards. And now we're down to the last drive. The Buccaneers have to get a stop. Look at all the people that they're putting up on the line of scrimmage. We've got 6 guys right here threatening to come. The Eagles go into empty, and you saw the Eagles try to go empty against the Vikings, and it didn't work. it did work in this game. And the reason you go empty is you spread this out, you make them show you where the blitz is coming from. Like, for example, we know this guy has to come because he can't come out and cover the tight end. There's no way he can make that. This guy has to be covering the tight end. We're just looking at a straight man blitz here. And so if he's covering the tight end, that means this guy's coming, right? Because it wouldn't make any sense to put him here because this guy can't get back and play a robber. And so you can tell by the alignment, just spreading them out here, that this is going to be a cover zero blitz. And so they're just going to hit Dallas Goedert on a quick little slant route again. And it's great play call for the situation. All 6 guys come just like we thought. We've got a free runner. Boom, ball's out. Great stuff. Then we go empty again. And people didn't like this play live, and I understand why. It's not a great look to be throwing downfield to Kenny Gainwell, of all people. But you get Kenny Gainwell out here, isolated on a linebacker, and you send him vertically. And anytime you can make a linebacker turn his hips and run 30 yards downfield, you're probably in a position that you want to be in. And that's what we see here. You get his feet moving, boom, we're going to throw this ball up. And he's by him. I mean, if this is a perfect throw, it might be a catch. Now, you're trusting Gainwell to make a catch over the shoulder, which is a hard thing for a running back to pull off, but it's a little undercut. There's some contact here. He slips out. So this play doesn't work, but it's important for this reason. The Eagles go empty again, and this time they go a quad formation, 4-by-1, and one of the things that's really great about that is it isolates A.J. Brown. It's almost impossible for you to have an extra person over here on A.J. Brown's side. So A.J. Brown's just going to run this curl route that we lived on earlier in this game, and he's going to make the catch. And again, he's going to break a tackle, and he's going to pick up a first down. Great stuff there by A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts. And if we rewind just a little bit here, let's watch this play again. Look at when this ball's coming out. Hurts is throwing this ball, and A.J. Brown has not even turned around. And he has to do that because we're sending extra pressure. We're sending 5 guys. We've got a guy coming off the edge. We've got guys getting by up the middle. This isn't the best pass blocking rep, but Hurts trusts that A.J. Brown's going to get to his spot. He's already throwing, and A.J. Brown hasn't even planted his foot to get out of his break yet. There's one-on-one coverages, and that's what the Eagles are going to do. When you go empty, we can force you to isolate A.J. Brown or Devonta Smith one-on-one and take what the defense gives you. And so there you have it. Like I said in the video, game of inches. The Eagles were inches away from several big plays that didn't come to fruition. They were a few inches away from, one of the interceptions not being intercepted. But through 3 weeks, Jalen Hurts has been blitzed at the highest percentage in the NFL. He's been blitzed on 56.9% of his dropbacks. He was blitzed on 75% of his dropbacks in this week's game. On those blitzes, he went 17-27 passing for 209 yards and a touchdown. He also threw 2 interceptions that we talked about in this video. I'm really impressed by Brian Johnson and the things that he's been putting on tape so far. A lot of the answers to the blitz that I begged the Eagles to have last season, we're starting to see fleshed out. Empty sets, checkdowns, throwing to the running back. It's a work in progress, but I'm excited to see what the Eagles have in store for the rest of the season.